Alright, YouTube. At it again. Let me pause it real fast before some music comes on. That way we don't get copyrighted. Playing a little music in here in the garage today. Show you what you're working on. Let me show you what we're doing today. So, this is our little cement mixer. This is there's a bearing down in here. We had to replace it one time. And this thing sits outside. So, obviously when it rains, it takes a long time, but it gets water down in there. So what we're gonna do is we ground this off. I'm gonna take some metal pieces about this long, weld on here, on each side, and I'm gonna weld a flat piece of steel on it. Keep water off that thing. So what we're gonna do, we use that piece of steel, and then I've got some metal pieces, I had to find them, that I was gonna use. There it is, back here. I'm practicing play with welding on it. So I got this metal piece right here. Let's see where I was practicing. So I got this metal piece. We're gonna cut this piece. Oh man, I tripped. U-shape it on there. Weld it to it and weld a flat piece over top of it. So let's get this done. So in turn, we're gonna use this thing. See how it does with this stuff. See how good I can cut this stuff with this. Get this stuff cut, cleaned up a little bit, welded, put on there. Stay with us, see how good. Don't mind the garage, it's a mess where we're doing this concrete crap. So stay with us, see how this thing turns out today. There it is. All right, y'all, so what I did is I measured, I think 6.5 inches and then 6.5 inches. This is a 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. The plate up there that is flat, that's round. This little plate right here, it's flat, and I don't want water to drip and go down here. This is 7 inches, so I measured 7 1/4 to give me a, 1/8 inch on each side or so, roughly. And then I put an X on the one that I'm keeping. So of course I put a dot there, and then I come over here and I measured dot, and that's a 7 1/4 by 7 1/4, and then I put an X on the side that I'm keeping. That way when I cut this off, I mean, pretty obvious I'm gonna keep this side, but when I cut it, I can just cut this, and I can leave that piece there. That way I don't accidentally cut this and leave this piece here, which I can cut off and just keep it for scrap, but now I can cut this out, and I know that's the side I'm gonna keep. Just fire this thing up, cut this out, clean it up with a wire wheel, weld it on. So what we did is I went over there, traced it, cut that up. I'm gonna take these pieces, which are probably still pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'll put this on here, and then when I put that on there, I'll take my little pin, get that fairly centered, pretty close. It ain't gonna be perfect. This is just something to go on there to kind of protect it from the rain. So I can actually position the plate more where I want it than I can for this. So kind of go around there. I missed that top part, so I'll get that up a little bit. Remark this. Now this is a little tight, so what I'll do is I'll actually cut on the outside of the line. Same thing, get it fairly centered where I want it. Gives me a rough estimate of where I want to cut it. So now I'll just take this thing and I'll cut this out. And it doesn't have to go this high, but it needs to be that wide at least. So I'll cut it, trim it. I'll probably go on the outside here and then come to the inside and then go back out to the outside a little bit. I don't know how good I'll do, but we'll figure it out. First time I've really tried to actually make something with this thing, so pretty cool, man. I like it. So let's get this thing cut. Yeah, so it's pretty close. Pretty close. Let me show you what we got here. Got to pause my music, but just so everybody knows, we're in here listening to Upchurch today. So these things, you can see, it pretty much just melts it to a point. Obviously, I haven't used it a lot, so I'm still learning settings and things. Let me show you this. So the first time I cut, I got a little off. We got it fairly close. I'm gonna take a grinder and clean it up. I know y'all are gonna see this and be like, all right, it's not close, but I'm gonna hit this thing with a grinder, clean these edges up. And I know it's not close, like it's not gonna be perfect for me for sure, but it'll be good enough. We'll get some welds on there. And then once I get that, take this flat piece here, sit right over top of that. I might even put a little, I'll probably just leave it flat like that. And that way, when the rain hits it, it'll run right off. This thing leans a little bit anyway. So I could actually, yeah. So I'll get it as flat as I can. Go from there. Let's get this cleaned up real fast. All right, y'all, I ain't no welder. I'm still playing. I'm trying different things. But I don't look too bad up there. But, and then this side, not quite too awful bad. We're still learning. I still ain't had this welder that long. I don't weld much. Let's try a different technique on this side. So this here, I was doing like little E's. And then right there, I was doing a like up. I was doing a different motion there. So it turned out pretty good though. Not too shabby. Consider, look how much of a gap I got here that I had to fill in up through here. So let's get this top plate on. Hopefully I bought that fairly decent at least. So we'll take and where is our plate? It's laying over here. Huh. All right. Plate. Lid on there, like so. And when you look from the top, it's all cleaned off. So take and weld this to this, and that'll be it for that, y'all. So look at that. I didn't even measure anything, y'all. I didn't even check to see if it's level or nothing. I just stuck in things on there. I got lucky on that one. Lucky or good eye? Which is it, y'all? Leave a comment down the bottom. Is that lucky that I got it on there like that, or is that a good eye? Anyway, let's get this little piece welded on. I'm just gonna weld these outside pieces. I might even just tack weld it a couple spots, 3 or 4 spots in there, 3 or 4 spots over here. It's just, technically I didn't have to weld all this. I could have spot welded this, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play with my welder a little bit. We got it out here. So let's play with it a little bit. It's a little Harbor Freight welder, a little Harbor Freight MIG welder. So anyway, let's get this rest of the way put on here. All right, y'all, here it is. A little platform. Keep the rain off of that thing. So we're gonna spray some paint on it. And yeah. Just to keep the rain off is all it is. So let's get some paint on that thing. All right, y'all, still a little hazy in here right now. We put a little paint on it. She ain't pretty, but better than what it was. Still got something to do on the front side, but I don't know. I painted that, and I was like, you know what, it's different colors. Hold on, man. Painted that little plate, and I was like, it's different colors. I didn't sand it or nothing. I just threw some black paint on it. It probably won't hold. It'll probably flake off. Whatever. It don't matter. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. Just kind of wanted to make a little video today of us building that little thing. It does look a lot better though, but we got that plate on it so the water don't get down in the bearing. So I'm gonna get the old trusty Royal King tractor out, move the truck. I'm gonna take and get this thing out of here. So give me a little room. Maybe I can get the old Ford truck in here tonight or something just to get it out of the weather. So see if we can get in here. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today. I appreciate y'all watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you on the next one.